Birmingham City are among the clubs watching Peter Christiansen, the 25-year-old Danish forward at Viking, and on theminute.com reports that they are no longer watching him on their own. Wrexham are now looking at the same striker, which raises a question about where in the market Birmingham are actually shopping. Nothing has been bid. That matters, because a club that has spent as publicly as this one has and has told its supporters exactly where the spending is meant to lead, does not usually end up in a queue for a forward whose profile is described in terms of energy and work rate. Those are useful things. They are not the things that separate a side chasing promotion from a side that finished mid-table and missed the playoffs last season. The squad that won League One as champions with a record points total was well backed and still did not carry that momentum up a division. The lesson from that is not that Birmingham need more bodies in attack. It is that they need goals from players good enough to make the difference on the days the Championship refuses to open up. Christiansen may well be that. He impressed with Sunderjyske before moving to Viking, and he has become a regular part of the front line in Norway, which is a genuine record rather than a scouting hunch. The mobility and penalty box instincts described here are the profile of a striker who scores through positioning rather than through obvious physical dominance, and that type travels less predictably than most. The Championship is unkind to forwards who need service arranged carefully. The interesting part is what the shared interest implies. If Birmingham are competing for a target with another club, for a player nobody has formally moved for, then the recruitment staff have identified a value signing rather than a statement one. There is a defensible logic to that. Spending heavily on established Championship goalscorers has a poor return rate, and a Scandinavian market signing at a lower fee gives you resale value if it works, and a manageable loss if it does not. A club run properly does exactly this, but it only fits the stated destination if it sits alongside a signing that does not need a season to settle. Promotion campaigns are decided in autumn, and a striker adapting to a new country in September does not help a side that spent much of last season with its head coach under pressure. If Christiansen is the addition rather than an addition, the ambition and the recruitment have come apart again. So far, this is monitoring, not movement, and monitoring costs nothing. The test comes when Viking name a price. Birmingham have spent 2 summers being told they are building towards the Premier League, and the next striker through the door at St Andrews will say more about that than any of it.